Hey guys, welcome back to City Skylines. I am your host, the Stormlord, with Lush Gaming, bringing you another episode of Let's Build a City in City Skylines. And where we left off in the last episode is, well, you would have no idea because the video rendering failed and we lost all of the data. So, instead of going backwards and redoing everything I had already done to re-record it, we're just going to pick up where we left off. We didn't make a huge advancement or anything, but in the last episode that was published, we added in this little interstate system here. We kind of made this little system in here, this little interchange, where we'll kind of make this into a four corners, have this be our centerpiece of the area, block off a couple over here, develop all of this into a city. We also were kind of touching on this. This is running fine. I had to throw in a couple roundabouts because traffic was getting a little iffy, and we'll probably end up turning all of this into an interstate that runs along through here, through the center, probably connects up here, runs along the railroad, ties up into this intersection. Interstate over there. The other thing that we were doing is we were kind of touching on our national forest over here, which is the Elena Falls National Park. We got this up to a level 5 park. Got a few things to add in here. This was one of the latest additions. It's just a temporary little fishing area down there if you can stomach crossing this steep, sketchy bridge, which falls to your doom. And if you can stomach that, you're going to do really fine. We also added in here a nice little summit area alongside the waterfall, which just so happens to low-key be really massive. And people are loving the sights. They're doing all sorts of stuff up here. Might add a couple little restaurants up here, maybe. But yeah, what we're going to do in this episode is I want to buy this. I want to split this off. I want to get over into here. This could be a great area for either agriculture or just general industrial buildings, which desperately needs to be done. We could probably flatten some of this out, throw some industries in here. That would also work out very, very good, because this, we know it was temporary. This just isn't working anymore and it needs to go away. Let's get that one unloaded so when we're ready to do so, we can chop it apart. We did throw in a shopping mall in here. This was kind of glitching out. I have them all turned off, and I still have a bunch of vehicles running loops around here, so I'll probably end up deleting them, trying to put a new one in there. Hopefully we can figure out this issue, but it's just being glitchy. I had cars lined up from here, just trying to go in a constant circle. I don't know what's going on with it, but it was broken, so we turned it off. Here we are. We still have the vehicles going into this store even though it's turned off, so that's just gonna kind of be its thing. One is we can probably develop that, the small resi, got a little bit of office buildings in there, but we need to put in more commercial. Nope, I don't like that one. 10 by 5. We can throw that in there. There we go. That looks good. Look at all the happy people. Can we squeeze thing in back here? And it looks like we can. Looks nice. Yep, that will do for now. We'll get this population a-growing. And we're just going to move that over to the crematorium because, what is this? Oh, shoot. Delete. Out of there. It's the dermatologist, and if they can't fix your skin, well, they'll just burn it off. So it's going good. We're going to get a huge surge in people now. That I wanted to do is we'll probably need to run this interstate across. We could probably start developing this as well. And then we'll have to run the interstate that way. So I'm thinking about how we want to do this. We'll cut through here. We left it open for a reason, because we'll have to have the train and the interstate tying in. We'll throw a 3-way interchange, so that way you go one this way, go a second way this way to the other interstates. We have our trains going, industry areas okay. We kind of fixed it up a little bit. It's helping. Still running into some tough issues though. A little bit of a choke spot in there, but it is flowing. No one's getting congested. Nothing's getting stuck. See these vehicles, they're still just going around in circles. Is start to develop this other side. So if we just kind of pick up where we left off, and let's build our Citai. The one thing that I like to do is I like to try and keep things somewhat symmetrical. So if we're from here, and we probably can't even go from there, so let's go straight over. That looks to be about 25. If we go another 15, maybe not even that. So if we do 10, should be okay. And we have, no. Could do something just like that. Again, we could also do the same thing here. That looks decent. The 4. And this can probably get turned into a 1. This will probably want to stay as a 4 as well. Mainly because it's going to be connecting the rest of our town. But this can all be turned into 1. We'll give these guys a dedicated turning lane. And we'll set this up to be 1 as well. Now look at that. That looks just marvelous. Now let's get the water in here because, well, people are going to get thirsty. Connect that up. Run our water pipe through here. Oh, good enough. That should work out just great. Running this up over here. We'll tie that in right there, so that looks good. We'll throw some nice little houses in here. Yes. Little Japan. By the way, I really love Japanese architecture, just Japanese in general. Love it so much. And let's click on Little Japan, and let's go to, where is our Japan? Oh, I know it's in here. I downloaded it. Okay, modern, Berlin, yep, Central European, Canadian. Okay, this isn't cool. I know. It's not Vile 1, is it? I'm almost certain that we downloaded it. Alps. Row. German, Sweden, British. Big, Vile. It might be this one. Am I just overlooking this? I don't think that that's it. But I guess we'll find out. Might have to just re-download. Oh, and you don't have power. How do you not have power? Really? It can't stretch across the street? You know what? We have solar panels. And you know what solar panels do? They connect the electrical grid. And it's marvelous. Very, very easy to do so. Just stick one right there. Look at that, and we just connected it all. Oh, it's something. It's definitely not Japan. We'll have to go in there and re-download the mod, because apparently we don't own it. Look at all these people are going to move in. They're going to be so happy. What other ones do we have? I can't believe it's not in here. Can we just switch it to a Belgium style? What in the world is this? Did you just block off the road? You know what? We don't even care. It's doing its thing. We got people whose balconies face people's windows. We got it sticking straight out of a shop. It's actually building straight out of a few shops. Are these... What did I... This is not... That's residential. And we have shops. You know what? Don't care. Letting it be. But, you know, it could be much, much worse. So why don't we just start doing that right now? I'm just going to do this, and in case we mess something up, which sometimes it happens, you always make a backup. Back up your work always, or otherwise you run into very, 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 very bad issues. So once this is done packaging, we're gonna rip out the old bulldozer. And we're just gonna go to town, brother. Get rid of this. And we're going to probably get rid of that. And we're gonna get rid of this. You're going goodbye. Probably have to get rid of this trail line railroad as well. You know what? That, for some reason, does not upset me. Boom, and get rid of it. Now, all these people are probably freaking out because they're like, I can't get to my house. You can still get to your house. Just take the long way and jump into there. There you go. You see, there's absolutely no issues that you need to worry about. Ah, we should have waited. We should have waited. Because I need to buy property. I can't buy property until we get another 21,000. So, let's just do something here really quickly and load back Elena Falls. And that's why you always make a backup. We'll be right back. And we're back to the bustling streets of Elena Falls where we left off with the backup, because we don't want to delete this until we get the population up to 24,000 people. Now this is going to be the Little Japan. I know that it is not Japan right now, but we'll turn it into it once we re-download the mod. We'll get that bustled up, and we're just going to paint in some high-density residential in here. We're at 23,000 almost. We just got to get in a couple more buildings. We can probably stick those in on the other side of Little Japan, and we'll develop this into a nice little area as well. So let's pause this. Let's bring that up, out over this way, so we don't want to go too heavy on it. Oh, we forgot the water, because people need water to live, apparently. I don't believe that, but in this game, they need water. Fill up that up. We should level up here pretty quickly. Oh, look at the traffic. Everyone's flooding into Little Japan. That looks nothing like Japan, but once we get it modded in, we'll be okay. This. Oh, there we go. We hit it. We got it. We got the 2x2 kilometers. We have new services, campus area, universal education. Oh, and look at the goodies. Harbor, cargo harbor, water treatment plants. That will be amazing. And now we save the game, because we're gonna wreak havoc on the city of Elena Falls. Be going okay, but we still need to... What in the world happened? Elena Falls National Forest started to burn. Someone lit off a firework. It was probably the crematorium. The crematorium definitely set this up on fire. Like that. Oh, are you kidding? I just spent $40,000 and we put it in the wrong spot. boom, we're going to do it. We're going to use this nice little interchange system here, and we'll just kind of, for the sake of time, we're just going to do that, and we'll just connect to there. And now we need to lift this up. Looks like we're at 5. 5 and 9 would be 14. Pretty good. That looks pretty good. Rain's probably going to be suffering a little bit. And to also be, we want this. That looks to be about right. If we want to be 10, something like that. And we'll probably just leave these nice and close together. This, of course, because this is how we save money. Like so. Save money by doing this as well. And look at how well that worked out. We'll just... we'll tie that in like that. So now we kind of have our grid work. And we'll have to bring this road over like so. So this is where we need to plop our next interchange. Probably wondering why I even built that in the first place. Well, I needed to see where this needed to be at. This is exactly why. Because we're gonna need... boom, boom, boom. Yup, you guys are gonna be pissed, and I really just don't even care. Look at that. That looks great. That's where we're gonna have it. Oh, and I should have lifted it off the ground. Damn it. That looks good to me. We'll just come back in here and tidy this up later on. Nope. Nope. No more of that. And this. Find that. Yup, that looks great. Get rid of that as well, and we'll run that under the road. We'll need to tie. And there we go. We got that all tied in. The road's still underneath, and we can still probably... well, you know, let's just see how this works. We got that 90, that 90. We'll just see how that works. I still have a feeling like it's going to be an issue, and that kind of defeats the purpose for why we were doing it in the first place. But I think if once we tie in these roads right here, and to do so, again, we have to be pretty destructive. So let's just boom, 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 boom. That looks nice. We'll just do the same thing. Is there a way we can just get this to be fucking smaller? That would be so nice if this was just smaller. You know what? That looks to be dang perfect. Build it really quick before it flip-flops around on us. There we go. That's nice and simple, and we'll just go back in and again and connect that, connect this, and these guys, well, we'll probably have to do the same thing over there. So let's do that off camera. And before we do that, we'll just kind of do something a little sketchy. That 3, we need 2. Do this, and like that, and that looks great. And we'll just connect this back up with a 2 and a 2. And right back down to... where is it? Right there. Got that in there. That looks good. Let's go back and connect our 2-lane right there. That's 190. That looks super bent, and that looks good. And that also looks bent. You know what? Don't care. It's connected. Nothing gonna get built under there anyways. Make sure that electricity is flowing before we turn this back on. They're connected. They're connected. They're connected. This is somehow connected. Oh no! What do we have here? And 3. Yep, you guys are not allowed. Boom, boom. Yep, that looks good. You guys look good. That looks good. That's a nice little intersection. This is all tied in. That's tied in. That flips through there. These guys don't have anywhere to go. We should probably connect this road back up really quickly. And again, we'll just kind of do that for now because it's all just temporary. Maybe we could just turn this into a roundabout again. Let's just see how this flows. Let all the vehicles get to where they need to be. Oh, no, 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 no. That's going to be an issue. And we'll just go back into here quick. And we'll upgrade this road. And we'll delete this road and that road. Click back on here. Make it nice and straight. And boom, boom. Looking good. And that should help fix a lot of the issues. Minus everyone trying to move back into Little Japan. Look at that. Look at that. That seems to be flowing much, much better. Oh, minus the stoplight. And like I said, we'll probably have to turn that back into... Well, we want people to be able to get onto the interstate. Can they get onto the interstate? They can through here. So they should be fine if they take the main roads. They'll be fine. Now there's a lot of traffic going in through there. Why don't you just take the interstate? It's so much faster. Turn that off. Everyone's bussing into Little Japan. Oh, it's because once they get on the interstate... Well, they can get off right there and hook a Larry in there. What's going on here? What is the issue? Oh, everybody wants to get onto that road. Yeah, we're just not going to let you. Enjoy. You have to take the interstate. That is the rule. You must take the interstate system. We kind of turned this into a big old mess. And here's the main issue. You cannot do that. You can only turn onto the road. And that should start to help clear some things up. You guys can only go straight. Yep, that looks to be okay. And that's going to be a mess. We'll have to fix that off camera. Till then, guys, we're going to go get the Little Japan mod. I'll tidy up a few things off camera so I'm not wasting your time for an hour and a half with the tedious little micromanaging. This needs to hurry up and just flood out. And we'll be back in the next episode. We got our forest starting to grow. This is all connected nicely. They can go any direction they need to, and we can develop this into another little city edition. Have a little ferry connecting to it. Wouldn't that be nice? We'll come back. We'll add ferries. We'll add transportation. We'll fix this issue. If you want to see a stream of the micromanaging, the mini details that help alleviate a lot of the traffic issues in a city, drop me down a comment. And you can watch me do a live stream on how we fix this and never let this happen again. This was all thrown together really quickly for the main idea for you to see what I want to do. And we'll fix the rest of that off camera. But again, you want a live stream of it, shoot me a comment.